What's up, YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are healthy and enjoying your lives to the fullest today. As you may be able to tell, this is not the typical kind of content that I record and post on my YouTube channel. However, this is the kind of content that I would really enjoy moving towards in the coming months, in the future. At some point, I don't really have a set time frame. But yeah, this is the kind of content that I would really enjoy making. You guys can see I'm not like all dressed up. My beard's not all like perfectly shaved and stuff like that. So this is really like truly who I am, in everyday, day-to-day life. But what I have behind me here today is the cheapest OBS GMC Yukon that I could find on Marketplace, Auto Trader, and on Craigslist. So this is a 1998 GMC Yukon SLT four-wheel drive, and it is not in perfect condition, but it is the cheapest running and driving four-wheel drive OBS Yukon that I could find on the internet. So I'm going to walk you guys through it. I'm going to point out all the imperfections. I'm also going to show you, what it looks like on the inside, and then we're going to take it on a little drive, and you guys will see that I absolutely stole this thing. And it was just an old lady, like really just wanting to get rid of it because she just bought a brand new Nissan Rogue. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys around the vehicle. So again, from 5-10 feet away, it actually looks pretty dang good. The headlights look in good shape. They are mismatched. Like that one's brand new, that one's brand new, that one's old, and that one's old. But really, for what it is, it's in pretty darn good shape. But starting with the imperfections, you get some rust spotting on that side of the front bumper, some rust spotting on this side of the front bumper. The tires are actually in pretty darn good shape. I did check under the frame, or actually I went with my buddy and my next door neighbor. He had a 96 GMC Yukon that he Whipple supercharged. But anyways, he was the one who helped me, just give me the thumbs up before I went ahead and purchased this thing. But just like any, 10, 15, 20 plus year old GM vehicle, the rockers are absolutely shot, at least here on the driver's side. On the passenger side, they're not quite as bad, but you guys can see I can pretty much stick my finger through there and it will go right through. So totally rusted out right there. So that's a part of the negatives right there, but there are definitely quite a few positives with this thing. You get a little bit more rust right there. Frame is honestly pretty solid. You guys can take a look. There is just, mostly surface rust. Cross members and stuff like that are still good. Some more rust back here. Working our way to the back end. This is kind of where it gets a little bit ugly because the bumper is pretty much totally shot, but that's totally fine. I was on Marketplace. There's a guy about an hour away from me parting out a 93 Yukon. I believe the 93 rear bumper will work on the 98 that we have here. But you guys can see rear bumper pretty much totally shot, but for 150 bucks, I can pretty much get one in perfect condition. This one does have the barn doors. Taking a look at the trunk area, you guys can see not in the best condition, but it is also a 20+ year old vehicle. But take a look. It might look like garbage really, but once you lift this thing up, it pretty much looks brand new under here. So take a look. That carpeting underneath this cargo area mat is, pretty much brand new. So obviously this is the Yukon, so we do not get a third row seat back here. This is a 2-row configuration, but it is a GMC after all, and I got a pretty damn smoking good deal on this thing. But pointing out a couple more imperfections. You got a little bit of rust there, a little bit of rust there. That's more, actually, you know what? That's not surface rust. That is working its way on through. So about from like right here to right there is pretty much all shot. But down under here, pretty good surface rust. Now, like I mentioned, the rockers are starting to rust on this side, but they're not nearly as bad as what you would find on the driver's side. But underneath here, you guys can see it's in pretty good shape. You know what I mean? Like, for what it is, the cross members and stuff underneath there are pretty in good shape, not like rusted through like what you see on the body under the rockers and stuff like that. Tires, they're in decent shape. It's definitely in need of an alignment, but down under there, not in the worst shape. But do want to show you guys what it looks like underneath the hood. Obviously got the 350, the 5.7 Vortec V8. But then I'll move into the interior after show you guys what it looks like underneath the hood. Popping open the hood. This runs very, very well. It starts right up. Gotta pop this thing open. That's a look. Got a pretty much brand new interstate battery. The thing's less than a year old. And that's a money shot of the heart of the beast. So pretty good shape. I'll show you guys how it fires right up. And one thing that's also pretty cool is that it did come with the key fob, and the key fob does work. I did drop it. Key fob does work, so take a listen. Locked it. You can also unlock it as well, obviously. One thing that's pretty cool is that with the SLT trim level, I do get heated front seats with a couple levels of adjustability. Now that I realize that those heated seats are on, I don't believe that they work, but for whatever I paid for it, that is totally fine. These seats look pretty much like a couch on wheels. Got the center fold down armrest, but I want to show you guys, this thing literally fires right up. Again, 202,000 miles on the clock, fires right up. That annoying beep doesn't go away until you close the door, but I wanted to show you guys. I'm gonna close the door. It does come with the title, and it is a clean and clear title. It is not a salvage title. It's not a rebuilt title. It is totally clear. Basically, I bought this off of an old lady and an old guy, and they pretty much just bought a brand new Nissan Rogue. They wanted to get rid of this thing. I saw this for sale on the side of the road, and I was like, hey, let me take a look at that. You know, I'm always in the market, so to speak, for these kinds of vehicles, dependent on the price, but it seems like these things go up in value every day almost. So really, it's in pretty darn good shape. Again, the four-wheel drive system does work. There are your four-wheel drive controls over here, but I'm gonna take you on a little ride before I tell you guys the price of this thing. All right, we're driving down the road. Shifts between gears, is it perfect? No. Brakes, it does brake, at least as of right now. Let's go down this road, and honestly, this thing actually has a little bit of power to it, surprisingly. I think this thing makes like 254 horsepower stock, but I'll show you guys how she accelerates. It does, like, the steering, you know, isn't in the greatest condition, I guess you could say, because, you know, just like any older vehicle, it does kind of wander around a little bit. We had a 1990 F-150. That thing was cherry. It only had like 50,000 miles. We sold it a couple years ago. But that thing, that steering was the same exact thing. You know, they just kind of wander left, wander right. This one seems to have a little bit more dead space towards the right. But overall, man, for what I paid for it, it cruises well, it brakes well. Yeah, we got an anti-lock light. Yeah, the dash is cracked right there and a little bit more cracked up in there. But I mean, considering what it is and for how old it is, it's in pretty darn good shape. Now, for the moment you guys have all been waiting for, what did I pay for the cheapest GMC OBS Yukon in the United States? Well, again, four-wheel drive, it's a 1998 Yukon SLT, and I paid $550 for this running, driving, with a clean title OBS Yukon. I think that is an absolute steal of a deal. I mean, really, nowadays you can't even get a set of tires on a vehicle for 550 bucks. And I picked up a running, driving, four-wheel drive Yukon SLT for 550 bucks. So I'm very happy with my purchase. Initially, my intention was to flip it. Now, you know, if this video does well and you guys want to see a build with this, whether it be an off-road build or something like that, I will make that happen. But, you know, if this thing doesn't really, if this video doesn't really get any traction, then I'm gonna have to sell it, because it doesn't make any sense for me to keep it unless, you know, I'm gonna start making content with it. So if you guys want to see off-road content or any sort of content with this vehicle, if this video does well, I will keep it and I will do a build with it. So I'm hoping that this video does well, because in all actuality, I don't want to keep it, or I don't want to sell it, because I'm never going to be able to really pick up another one of these for another 500 bucks. I mean, that's just, it's not going to happen. So if you guys do want to see a build with it, again, let me know in the comments down below, and I will keep this. If this video does well and you guys want to see it, I will keep it and I will do a build with it. But you guys have to let me know, otherwise I'm gonna get rid of it. So let me know in the comments down below, do you guys want to see a build with this vehicle? If you guys do, let me know in the comments down below. But please give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I just hit 10,000 subscribers, and now I am on my journey to 100,000 subscribers. So again, if you guys want to see a build with this vehicle, give this video a big thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments down below. One more thing I wanted to say is that please, I hope this video does well, because this is the kind of content that I really want to start moving into as time goes on. You know, I love doing the review videos, and I know that you guys also like the review videos, but for me, my dream of being a YouTube person is to do YouTube car builds like this. I would love to do a build with this. I also have a 2010 Camaro SS. It's a 6-speed manual. I'd also like to do a build with that. I am right now doing an LS swap to a 1987 Ford F-150. So if that is something that you guys want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But again, let me know if you guys want to see a build with this. If you guys do, I will make it happen. But again, that's it for today's video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.